This video is going to go over how to apply to the UH system application form for applying to the Master of Education in Teaching Dual Secondary Special Education program. So what you want to do is you want to go to apply.hawaii.edu. When you see this page, make sure you choose Manoa Graduate. And in order to fill out this application, you are most likely going to create a login ID and PIN number. Even if you've been a UH student in the past and you had an email account, the PIN number is a series of 6 numbers. It's not a regular password, and therefore a lot of people aren't able to remember it. So rather than trying to go the route of forgetting your PIN and getting contact information, it's much easier to go ahead and just create a new login ID and PIN. I have one that I'm going to use. I'm going to log in. You most likely won't see these. If you haven't applied in a while, you'll go directly into the application. But if you have applied in the past, you'll just click on New. Go down for institution, go almost second from the bottom, University of Hawaii at Manoa. And then for your site, you're going to want to use UH Manoa Main Campus. So even though this is a distance hybrid program, it's being run through the UH Manoa Main Campus. Your application type will be Graduate Studies Fall Admissions, because that is the only time we enroll each year is in the fall. So make sure you choose Graduate Studies Fall Admissions and push Continue. For your term, you're going to want to choose Fall 2020. Make sure your name is spelled correctly with proper capitalization and say Fill Out Application. So there's only 10 steps regarding this application, so it's pretty quick and easy. Just some tips: if you're filling out your permanent address, if it's the same as your mailing address, you can just go ahead and check this box right here, and what that'll do is it'll make it so you don't have to fill out the same thing twice. So you just say Continue, and it'll skip and go to item 4, which is like your personal information. And what you'll start to see is as you fill things out, you'll see a little check mark next to it saying that that component is done. So because I went into permanent address and I checked that box, it automatically checked off both of these. Under name, the one thing you do want to be mindful of is if your name has changed at any time, and let's say transcripts are going to come in under a different name, you're going to want to type that in here. So your previous name, okay? So make sure it's listed there so that they can connect it if they are going to receive different kinds of transcripts or materials under a different name. For citizenship-related data, what a lot of people don't realize is at the very top, it says, citizens, please skip this page. So if you are a US citizen, you just push Continue. Don't even worry about starting to fill out any of this. You can just skip it. And then it'll move you into your Residency Declaration. This is how you are going to get in-state tuition if you qualify. So you're going to fill out Section A. Most likely you'll skip Section A2. Don't even click on anything. Complete Section B. And then Section C are exemptions. You can read through them, but most likely a majority of you are just going to click none of the above exemptions apply to me. For your planned course of study, this is probably the trickiest part and where a majority of people will make the mistake. You need to go down to teaching. So right here, teaching MEdT. That is the program that you are applying to for the dual certification in secondary and special education. Please do not choose the master's in special education. That is a different program that does not lead to teacher licensure. So for this one, choose teaching MEdT. Okay, and you need to make sure that you say yes, you understand if you apply after the deadline that you may not be admitted. Okay. And then for concentration, it's going to force you to just open up that box, but there's nothing listed. So that's typically where you would think you're going to put that you're going to pursue the secondary and special education, but it's not on this application. You are going to indicate that on the College of Education Mock-A-Lay application. So you just leave it blank for now. And then you are going to have to look up your high school. You don't need transcripts. You just tell them where you went to high school. And what's really cool about this is you choose either the state or the country. So if you were born in the United States, just choose your state and push next. Then choose the city. I always pick a different one each time. Then you choose the name of your school. And what's nice is it'll automatically populate the address. And that way, all you need to do is go ahead and just put the month and year that you graduated. You're going to do the same thing for every institution you have attended, whether it's community college or a four-year institution. You're going to look it up. It's going to auto-populate the address. You need to give your GPA. If you don't know it exactly, go ahead and just estimate, and then you need to put in the month and year that you attended that school. If you did get a degree there, you need to find the degree that you earned. Otherwise, if it's not listed, you fill this in. Just don't fill out both. So either it's listed and you select it, but if it's not listed, you can use the space to fill it in. And then when you graduated and what your major was, same thing. Choose the major. Only if it's not listed do you actually write it in. And what you can do is you can enter multiple ones. So if you've attended different institutions, you'll just say add and then do the same thing for the next one. Keep in mind, whatever institution you add in here that is not part of the UH system, being UH Manoa, UH Hilo, UH West Oahu, or any of the Hawaii community colleges, you will need to submit an official transcript directly to graduate division from that institution. Regardless if it's been transferred previously or you've sent it in the past, you still need to go back and do that. So keep that in mind. And then that's it. So once you get to this part, make sure that everything's been completed correctly. It is going to be a $100 application fee for a graduate level program. And then once you push continue, it'll take you to a screen where you can go ahead and pay that online using a credit card, and they will email you a confirmation. So that's it. This one's pretty short and quick. And so if you have any questions or you need help, you can always email me at spedinfo@hawaii.edu or the Master of Education and Teaching program at MEdT@hawaii.edu.